Trying to become a pilot, but have a few obstacles to overcome? We've got somebody who's done just that.
In the hangar. Hello and welcome to In the Hangar Air Venture. It's been amazing here, Christy.
Yeah, it is. I'm so distracted because there's so many airplanes and stuff. So we start rolling and I'm like, wait, but there's an airplane.
So I'm Dan Milliken.
I'm Christy Wong. We're on set at Air Venture 2023, located at the Flying Eyes booth.
Where using our code gets you 10% off, and online, flyingeyesoptics.com. Our code is taking off, all caps, one word. Also, clemensinsurance.net. Jerry there has saved me a lot of money on my own pilot insurance and my CFI insurance.
I am really
Yes, you
excited
are.
about our guest today.
She is excited.
All right, we're talking to Jessica Cox. Now,
Jessica, thanks for coming on.
I just have to tell you that a couple years ago when Dan met you and I was stuck back home in long-term training for work, I was so jealous. When he told me he was going to get to talk to you, I almost quit my job. So not really, but I was really excited to hear that you were coming back again this year. I have been dying to meet you for like years now.
Aww,
so I'm really excited to finally meet you face to face.
Well, thank you so much. Glad to meet you too.
When we talked to you 2 years ago at your plane, you had a lot going on and you're working towards the RV build and everything else.
Yes.
Bring us up to date on everything.
When we talked last, it was just a mere idea of building the impossible airplane, and here we are 2 years later. We have an airplane that is being built as we speak.
Wow.
In Toms River, New Jersey, thanks to a volunteer chapter 898 under Bob Newman.
Nice.
They have volunteered to build it, and we have modifications that are being designed at the University of Arizona as well as Oregon Institute of Technology.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
an RV-10?
RV-10.
Oh, wow, that's the big one.
Yes, we're excited.
What are some of those modifications they're working on?
Well, one of the things that we knew is that obviously the controls had to be modified because I fly an air coupe and have been for 15 years with my feet up in a very precarious position. I'm in a crunch essentially, and I only can handle that for so long. So for me, now I have foot controls that rest on the floor. I can comfortably put my feet there.
Oh, wow.
And it's a whole different story.
Yeah, when I first saw your story, I was inspired. At that point, I was like, I have no excuse. You know what I mean? If you can do it, clearly, you know, a lot of people can do it. You have overcome some amazing obstacles and become an inspiration for so many people. But to know that there are others out there now that are working to help you, oh, my heart is full.
Bring people also up to date on, you've had to work hand in hand with the FAA Medical and what's been involved in that in getting your license and everything else. And because when we talked before, it was a sports pilot license that you had to go for, and now you've been moving progressively forward.
And I should probably say it's not hand in hand, it's probably foot in foot.
Yeah, no, as soon as I said that, which is funny because I know that probably people are real worried about saying something,
I know,
but
and
you're
then
not the type of person
No, and then you end up saying it because you try not to say it. So
Right.
It's all good. But yeah, the FAA has been very responsive to this. I have been flying for 15 years as a sport pilot, so I use my driver's license to serve as my medical. Now I've opened this new chapter and I have applied for my medical. I just received a letter before departing for Air Venture that said I have been approved for my statement of demonstrated ability.
You got your soda.
I haven't done it yet.
Okay,
But I've
okay.
been approved to do it.
Okay.
And that's the next step.
Okay, and in doing that, you just have to go to an AME who can then see that recognize that you're demonstrating that your ability to fly effectively.
That I'm capable of flying, and then once that gets processed, then I get a private pilot's license.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
that is awesome. That is so awesome.
What are we looking at time frame?
Oh, well, I first applied for my medical in February of this year, so it is a process.
We can go talk to the FAA while we're here if we need
Right,
to.
right here.
So I think, but I can be patient because the build is happening. The build
Right.
is not finished. We hope to receive the fuselage basically in October or November, and then the team is building that up. Once that gets built, hopefully by the end of next year, 2024. Then we can implement the modifications, and by 2025, the goal will be that it will be finished.
Okay. I'm super excited. I want to be there for that or something. We have to do that.
I hope you can come out to Arizona for that.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah.
You have a nonprofit organization. Tell us about that.
So my goal, and because I was born without both arms, I don't know any different. This is all I've ever known. I mean, I move my feet around like I'm gesturing with my feet. So I don't feel like I have a disability, but naturally the world tells me I have a disability.
Right.
And I want to show the world that disability does not mean inability. That's not just for me.
I love that.
And so that's part of our mission, is to get this airplane finished, fly it around the world with that message, and making sure that the world realizes you can engineer a world that is accessible for all abilities.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we can think about others and not think of them as people who are limited, but that we are just lacking the engineering capabilities, and we can develop some of these things to make people feel included. And that's part of our goal, is making the world realize that anyone can achieve great things if they're given the opportunity.
Just because it's hard doesn't mean it's impossible.
Exactly.
And that's kind of always been my motto. That's what's kept me going.
I love that one.
Yeah.
That's good.
How can people help?
So we really need help. This is all an aviation community effort. If it wasn't for the EAA Chapter 898, if it wasn't for the engineers that are helping design the modifications, if it wasn't for vans, if it wasn't for all of these wonderful players that make the impossible airplane a reality, we would not be here. And so we ask for anyone to go to theimpossibleairplane.com to find out how they can help, whether it's ideas.
The Impossible Airplane?
Theimpossibleairplane.com.
Right. We'll put a link below as well.
Please do.
Yes.
We need support, and that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be good. I wonder, too bad we couldn't have gotten Vans here to talk with them as well. Or has Vans been working with you guys?
Yeah, we were just on a panel with Ryan over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Home Builders in Review.
Okay,
just about an hour ago.
Then my work is done.
What kind of support and cooperation have you gotten from Vans?
Vans from the onset. I just remember going to the Vans in Oregon to their headquarters, and they all sat around and they said, "Well, yeah, this is possible." From the beginning, they've been so encouraging. The engineering obviously is coming from other teams because Vans is very busy. They have a lot of going on over there, but they have been instrumental, and it's just, I feel so grateful for their involvement and making this a reality.
Were they able to help donate certain things for you guys?
Yes.
Okay.
They have been huge.
Okay.
We are just so grateful to them. Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yes.
We love Vans.
The Air Coupe, how's that going?
The Air Coupe is at home in Arizona. There are a few issues. We found out that it had tractor wiring inside because it was on a farm for many years. So we had to get the wiring replaced. But it is a 1946 airplane.
Right.
And there's always something new that needs to be fixed. But once that gets up and flying again, I will do the statement of demonstrated ability in the Air Coupe.
Okay.
And
So does the AME actually go up with you?
Yes.
I guess at that point. Okay.
Yes, that's
and
how
I'm assuming you have somebody already available and ready to do that?
Not exactly. So
Okay.
we're still in that process of finding out who gets assigned to this.
Oh, they assign somebody, or you can pick any AME?
It's a little unclear
know.
for me, but perhaps I can find someone. I don't know.
Well, I know we've had an AME on the show before out of Arlington, Texas. A great guy. I don't know if the FAA assigns somebody, that's different. But if you get to pick, I'd highly recommend him.
Well,
So,
I need to get
I can
his
set you
number
up.
then.
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
thank you. That'd be good.
Yeah.
What is the most challenging thing about your position and flying the Air Coupe?
The most challenging thing flying that Air Coupe is landing.
Okay.
And there's just so much going
Same.
on.
Same.
Aren't we all in that same
Yeah.
boat or same plane, I should say? Yeah, it's a challenge for me because my legs are crisscrossed like this, and it's precarious positioning. There's a lot going on, a lot of factors that have to be taken into consideration. And so for me, it really is even more so, I think, because,
Right, absolutely. I mean, it makes sense.
So when you're crunched up like that, is it visibility?
Visibility, I have to sit on a cushion.
Okay.
So that is something I have to do, I think different from some maybe, as
And
I sit up higher.
And the Air Coupe, you don't have rudders. So.
No rudder pedals. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are rudders, they're interconnected with the ailerons, but no rudder pedals. So I just steer that thing like you steer a car, and
Yeah.
that's how you taxi it.
Do you also drive a car?
I also drive.
And I'm assuming it's modified.
Nope, it is not modified.
Really?
As long as it's an automatic car, I'm able to prop my foot
Wow.
up there on the wheel, and the left foot alternates with accelerator and brake. Yep.
That is amazing.
So
So I take
left
it you
foot.
stay very, very flexible.
I have to stay flexible.
Right.
It's just my everyday, you know.
I'm actually working on that myself, for
Good.
other reasons, but I've been trying to work on my flexibility as well, because as we get older,
Yes.
we lose some of that flexibility in our fascia and our, tendons and stuff. And I've been reading a lot about that, and I want to apply that. So you've given me some extra inspiration and motivation to do that.
Well,
like,
thank you.
yeah, I want to be able to drive my car.
Good luck.
Yeah.
That is important, flexibility and
Absolutely.
health. Yes.
Well, thanks so much for coming on, and we'll make sure to really. I've been watching and seeing how the Impossible plane is coming around and everything. So we'll keep up to date with you on that. We'll be able to sit here hopefully next year, and by that point, you said 2025 though is when you said, right?
Project 2025. Yes.
So 2 years.
So
So
2
we want to
years.
turn the impossible into the possible.
Exactly.
Yeah, in
Okay.
2 years. So, hey, everybody, you got 2 years to help Jessica turn the impossible into the possible. Let's do it. Let's come together as aviation community, help her. Go to the website. We've got the link down there. And, it's just quite an inspiration.
Absolutely. I cannot think of anybody more inspirational in aviation right now than Jessica Cox.
Thank you.
So if you're ever feeling down or anything else, take a look at Jessica's story. She will lift you up. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you to our sponsors, 67 Designs. They're the best camera, tablet, smartphone mounts for your plane that you can find. They started in the automotive. And also Marshall Protective Services, private security elevated. We got Colton Mortgage, residential mortgages at Colton taking off, and Z-Vision, the brightest landing and taxi lights out there.
And if you guys want to see me jump out of an airplane, apparently,
Yeah.
help
Well-
us get there by subscribing to our channel, like and share our content. We'll see you all next time.
In the hangar.